Hello, everyone. That's pretty much all I've got to say over the last 2 days. So, it has been just one thing after another around here. We have had a very tough year, and to sympathize, everybody's had a pretty tough time. But last couple of days, I've been in a lot of pain. So I had a big week planned for us. Unfortunately, we had some things come up which we just did not expect, and it's just been very, very, very difficult. We were yesterday. I was, getting up, doing my thing, trying to putz around and get a few things done. And the first thing that I do is I come out here and I start taping. So one of the things I wanted to get done was for Sunday for Subudio. I wanted to make sure the tiger was back and everything. And trying to do it with my right hand, it was so very, very painful because I'm just not used to doing this as I am with my left hand. So I keep on hitting the button, but every time I would hit the button, it was playing in between the segments. So when I think I was going live, I was actually shutting the camera off. So almost like 40 minutes worth of work was nothing. So that's okay. I reshot it. I just chalked it up to whatever, bad day. Next thing, my daughter comes into our room yesterday and goes, I didn't do anything. And usually when she starts off with that, it's not a good thing. But we had a pipe bust in our bathroom, in her bathroom. And the water was seeping up under the new floor that we just put in. So we had to have a plumber come out. So for the last 2 days, we've dealt with that, and that got done. And that cost a ton of money to get that all repaired. But it's repaired. And you chalk it up to just, between my arm and let's go one further. The plumbers come this morning to take care of things. The girls had put a bunch of coats on the floor that they were going to go through. Well, I walk on the coat, and I go up in the air, and I come down on this. And and if it can go wrong around here, it'll go wrong. I mean, we are just taking an unmerciful beating this year. Monetarily, every which way that you can imagine. And it's the same for everybody, though. I mean, this is life. These are the things that happen. So it's just been really bad because yesterday I wanted to do Dark Souls. Today I wanted to try to get and do. I wanted to. I forgot what game I was going to do. I was either going to do part 2 of Dungeon Universalis, which I'll explain what's going on with that because we do have some positive news. But I think, I was going to do Right Busters today. And with everything that went on, it just set everything back. So I'm going to try to do something special. And I feel bad because, for me, bringing you guys... did I further injure it? I don't know. It hurt like hell, but fortunately, where I came down on it, I came down on the cast part, and the cast part isn't broken. So, hopefully I'll survive it. So, this has been really, really bad in a lot of ways, and I wanted to bring you guys a lot of stuff, and here we are another week where, we started building some really nice momentum, and... to paraphrase it, down the drain it went. But it has been one bad thing after another. Oh, geez, I can't take this phone call, and I need to. That's the other thing. I was supposed to go get my comic books today, and I couldn't. But I'll call John back. That's not a big deal. He puts them all aside for me. He's a good guy. So we had all this stuff go down. So I want to tell you what my plan is the rest of the week. I want to do something special. And we got a whole bunch of games in, so I want to show you what came in too. It's all good, Rob. Don't worry. Your health is the most important thing. If you're not healthy, nothing happens. Health is number one. Well, I can't disagree with that, but you know something? I've been always somebody that, you know, whether I was in the military or whatever, you always play through pain, you know, and you get through things. So I wanted to do something different, and I got to try to remember how to play it, but I've got to move some stuff because what I planned on doing, because I feel bad. I don't like not streaming 2 days in a row. Okay. And for me, I always like to bring you something. So I want to let you know that Dungeon Universalis that you see right there, we're going to do part 2 next Monday. Where we're going to go a little deeper. We're going to talk more about magic. I want you guys to get the basics down because I've been in extensive talks with the designer, Oscar. And we are going to get together and we are going to do a live show. And I want it to be the definitive live show for Dungeon Universalis. Okay? And what we're going to do is I'm going to help translate what he's trying to get across and make sure that you understand it and try to keep it nice and condensed and good. And I want to keep it in an hour. I don't want it to be this 2-3 hour thing where we're sitting here and people get bored. I want everything that we do, you understand it. So we are extensively working on trying to get that happen. It's going to come as soon as this is taken off. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to muddle through and give you bits and pieces of this game so you understand what's going on here. Alan, how are you? Moondoggy, how are you? Kyle says, it's amazing you're so committed to producing content, Rob. If it were me, I would have said, see you when this thing heals. I don't know. I'm a strange dude. What can I tell you? You know, and I really mean this when I say this, and I want to make sure that everybody understands what I'm trying to say here. This is not your average board game channel. I am not part of a board game community. I don't care about the board game community. Okay, and I'm talking everybody else. I have some friends in it that are decent people and stuff like that, but I like to do things differently. I'm not gonna listen. There's a million guys giving you out there really slick and really nice stuff, and they do a fantastic job. I can't compete with that. All I can do is turn on this camera and give you reality, okay? Not scripted, not infomercial stuff, okay? And, you know, they smile at you, and then you see them, you know, in a convention, and they're really a bunch of asses, okay? No. What I tend to give on doing and giving you is the best I could. I'm gonna have faults. I am going to fail at certain things. I'm going to succeed at other things. I'm going to goof things up, and other things I'm going to come out shining. But it's going to be just like you would do it if you were to turn on the camera. There's no difference. And over the last four years that I've really seriously been doing this, you know, that's all you get. That's all I can ever give you is what I bring to the table. Because I could take a game. I could take this box of dice, okay? And 27 people can tell you the same thing about this box of dice, okay? It just really depends on which one that you want to watch, okay? Do you watch because you want to hear about the same type of dice 35, 55 times? Or see the same playthrough of something 55 times? You go to a place that you feel you can get something out of it. And that's what I try to give you, is every time I turn on this camera, I try to give something that you could take from this and either apply it to your regular life or any other way. No, whether, you know, how many people are going to come on and say, hey, my pipes broke. Hey, I slipped, I fell. Oh my God, I mistaped everything. Everything's going wrong for me. This is my life. This is what happens. This last month, between double operations, not getting this thing off because it's not healing right, finding out I'm full blown diabetic on top of that, and trying to deal with that. I actually have been trying. My doctor told me my sugar was 300, and boy, did I get a earful from the Queen. Okay. So what do I have to do? I had to change my entire lifestyle. You can't power lift anymore. So what do you got to do? Now I'm going to get ripped and cut. I've already lost, just in these last 3 weeks, 15 pounds. Why? Because I'm not bulking up anymore. Now, am I still going to be as strong as I was? Sure. I'm just going to change things up. I'm going to concentrate more on my kickboxing and my fighting. Now I'm on some medication to get, before I have to start taking shots. But it's in my family. So the powerlifting didn't help because it was protein. Don't worry about the sugars in the breads and things like that. It's about feeding that muscle. Well, things have to change. I have to go back to when I was younger, when I was more ripped and faster. I like blunt, just blunt force trauma. That's what I'm able to deal, and I can't do that anymore because of it. On top of it, that's one of the reasons that this arm still isn't healing, is because of the diabetes, the black and blues and stuff like that. And thank you to Chris for sending some ointment. It really has helped. But, I have to get these things under control. And still, I'm here. I'm dedicated. I believe in what I'm doing here. Okay? I keep on saying it. I just decided one day I'm not that guy. I'm not part of the board game community. I'm not part of the cliques. I am my own person. And I do all this stuff. I do all this stuff for you out there. And I see you, Johnny, and I see you, Leroy, and I see you, Fatal Paper Cut, which is probably one of the greatest names ever. Morpho, Alan, my beloved Kabuki. You know how I feel about you in my heart. I just can't stop, and I won't stop. So, because unfortunately I couldn't do a couple of games over the last couple of days, and that pipe burst. And it's cold here in Florida. Well, for us, it's cold. And, you got the water off. And I hadn't showered in a couple of days. I just showered a little while ago. So it's not me if you guys smell something. Rick, how are you? Good to see you. So, I'm an old man. I'm not a young kid. I'm not that cool young kid. Okay? With all the photography and it's getting 500 subscriptions a week. We are just slow and steady, and I'm happy. I'm so happy. Talk to me 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago when some of this stuff would frustrate me. And I realized I'm never going to be that guy. I'm happy with who I am. And that's what you have to do most in life, is be happy with who you are. We have a good number of you in here, so I can kind of start to say what some of the other things I wanted to tell you. It's been a bad year for everybody, okay? Not just for us, not just for me, okay? So the Queen and I decided we were going to do something special for you guys. She lost her job, and things have been tough. A lot of you out there have lost your thing. LOL, that's how old this name is too. Yeah, it's just been a comedy of errors, Kabuki. It came in a little late, but I get going and I keep rattling. I'm sure somebody will fill something in and just write what's going on. I fell on my shoulder on top of it because there was a coat on the floor that shouldn't have been there, and I stepped on it, and it looked like it looked like Muttley coming out of the sky. after he has one of his treats. Yeah, it was pretty good. But like I was saying, the Queen's been really hard because she's out of work. I'm the one that's trying to do everything. What little money that we made here, we put in the college fund. Whatever I get from YouTube, we've been putting back into the house so we can try to survive, just like everybody else. Everybody else is struggling, and we decided to give back a bit. So we are going to do a Christmas spectacular with the Queen. And we are going to, I haven't decided what day that is going to be. It'll be in the evening, but we are going to do a Christmas spectacular live show where we're going to give to you guys. I've got something that is painted that I think we'll give away. And I'll talk to Miniature Market, see if we can get some gift certificates to give to you guys. And the Queen, not me, I'm going to be doing the play-by-play, but we were going to do a Christmas theme tumbling dice game with the Queen. So she is going to be front and center stage, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. When my mom laughs so hard, she is silent. Oh, God. She laughs like Muttley. I love Muttley. How could you not? I got some new stuff in today, though, on the brighter side. And like I said, Dungeon Universalis, you're really going to love what we're going to do. And I want to explain some things that I got in because I want to take our hats off. Oh, God, come on. All right, there we go. And compliment some people. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow and Friday, but I was thinking of trying to do Mage Knight or Star Trek Frontiers, a game I haven't done in a while, and I thought we'd do something special with that, and then over the weekend we can finish our Dark Soul thing, and then be ready for the beginning of the week. Okay, I'll give you the rundown real quick. I've got full-blown diabetes. We had a pipe burst in the background. Why don't you have a Patreon? I tried the Patreon. I'll come back to that. I tried the Patreon. We got ripped off on the Patreon because I wanted to raise money for charity. And I'm still trying to catch up with some of the things I got burnt on. And it really hurt me. We lost a lot of money. I always felt that I should give back, and I'd never wanted to do a Patreon where I just took money in. That's not what it's about. That's not why I do this. Okay. For other people, that's fine. Please don't think I'm condemning of it. And and I wouldn't do something until I can do a Kickstarter where that if you donate money, you're going to get something that's already painted. A quick Kickstarter that once you paid the money, that thing goes right out to you. Okay, within a week or two. Okay, so once we got the money from Kickstarter, I was thinking of doing something like that. And that's how we would raise money. My main thing, the reason we started this channel was to raise money for charity. And we gave a lot of money. I mean, we were doing very, very well at one time, and we would give until it hurt, and we would give back to this channel. How many times did we give away? Now let me get back to what I was saying. I fell, I slipped on a coat, and I think I hurt my arm pretty good. And it was nobody's fault. A pipe burst yesterday, so that's why you haven't seen a stream the last 2 days, and I apologize. We were planning on doing some things. This was supposed to be a really great week, and I was really excited for it. But things didn't go that way. Like I said, I talked to my doctor yesterday as well, and he says, "Rob, we took a look at the blood again, and yeah, you gotta keep on the path that you are. No more creme brulee, no more cookies, no more ice cream, no more nothing." So It's sugar-free Jello, which I really like, and sugar-free pudding. I told my wife if I can have that, I'm good. But Star Trek Frontiers, and I was thinking of maybe possibly doing Mage Night tomorrow. I think that'll be a lot of fun to do. Um, it, it's one of my favorite games. It's one of the first games that we did on the channel, so I thought it'd be special to come full circle. So, like the doctor said, instead of concentrating on the powerlifting, I'm going to concentrate on getting a couple more belts under my martial arts stuff, and concentrating on kickboxing and getting more a little faster and taking a little bit more of the weight. I've already lost 18 pounds, 15 to 18 pounds, because I was when I went in for my surgery, I was right at my powerlifting weight of 250. I am now down to it's 233, and I feel pretty comfortable with it. So once this gets off, we'll start working our way, doing a lot of things. We'll do everything that we can. And then, of course, the other thing was I taped a whole bunch of stuff and it didn't tape. Mr. Oren, don't you think you should try a lottery ticket this week? No, because they'll probably come to me and say I owe the money, the way things are going today. So let's show you some of the things that I got in. We're going to go to our big boy camera up top. I got a couple camera here. That's why I had to look around this camera here. All right, there we go. All right, so if you remember, we were talking about doing Armada, and I want to talk more about some things. I ended up getting one of these bigger Orc Smashers in. I ordered, and the Abyss finally came in, which I was really happy about. I had gotten, and I'm going to come up top for a second, and actually I have it in a box, and not here, but I got a Time for Trumpets, the new GMT game, which covers the Battle of the Bulge. The box was wrecked. The box came wrecked and the maps were ruined, or else I would show it to you. I was so excited to get that in and do a review for it. But I called Miniature Market and they said, oh, we'll just get you another one. And it wasn't their fault because it was packaged perfectly. I think once I took the wrapper off, it just went, and I went, oh man, this is banged up. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Gaia Project, we got it. Oh, we got in. We got this in. I've been kind of excited to get to this. So we got this at a great price from Miniature Market. So I was really excited about it. So there you go. So I'm pretty happy about it. I'm gonna learn this, and we're gonna get it down. Hold on here. Let me get this here. Yes, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, of course. Just fall on the ground. Fall on the ground. Fall on the ground if it makes you feel better. Ugh. There we go. All right, let me just pick this up because I can't stand when things are at my feet. Ugh. What a channel. The most unprofessional channel in all the world. Now, this game here has a bit of a story to it. I had this, and very quickly, I think I'm gonna go to the other camera here so I can look at you guys. So this game here is an older game, a way old game. Secrets of the Lost Tomb. It's a game I like a real lot. There's a story behind me getting this version back. Let's go. Oh, there. That's the better view. So there was I had gotten a letter from a parent, and they were big fans of the channel. The girl had stage 4 cancer, and when I had 2 copies of this. One I put up on auction, and I was going to keep the painted one. Well, they couldn't afford. They were trying to get this one, the one that I had that I gave away, and it got outbid. And The guy explained to it. He asked if I had another one because they were sold out. I go, well, all I got is my painted edition, this, that, and the other. And he explained that his daughter had stage 4 cancer, and she was really looking forward to playing the game, and had seen some videos on it. So, of course, I mean, what was I going to do? I just sent it to him. Okay. Unfortunately, the girl passed away, which I feel absolutely horrible about. But I never asked for the game back or anything like that. I just said, I got a letter sometime later saying that she had passed. But I felt good and I sent her all my figures and all my expansions. And of course, I knew I was never going to get this back. Well, Chris had gotten word of this story, and he had one of these in his he has like a storage center. He said, one day when I go in my storage center, I'm going to pull one of these out. I'm going to send it to you just so you can have it back, because they know you really love the game. And I got this the other day. So Chris, you want to talk about a great company and great people. Everything Epic Games. I mean, if you're not supporting these guys, they really do a fantastic job. Trevor, how are you? So I really, I was happy to get this back, and this won't leave my collection. He actually sent me an extra. He didn't have any of the other things. I don't care about that. It's just the thought that he would go the extra mile and send that out. And I've always been very thankful to have him as a friend, as well as to help him in any way I can. Also, let's take a look. So, some of these games have stories, and they have, that sit on this shelf, and I'm sure some of yours have stories, and I've always told you the stories that come with it, because, and I heard, oh, where did I hear this? I know I should keep on going. It was a chef that said this, and he was talking about food, and he was talking about being a celebrity. Now, I'm not a celebrity, but he said Marco Pierre White or something. Very interesting dude. And I was watching a documentary on him. I've been watching a lot of I've been watching a lot of stuff. That's all you can do is watch stuff. Whoa! Valgrim, thank you, bro. Bro, you know what that means. Before I finish the story, we always have an obligation. If somebody jumps in there and donates, I want to thank you for donating $5. And let's see what happens. Does he get the music? Hold on. We're going to give you the overhead view. Man, the cameras are working today. All right, let's see if he gets the music. Come on, do it, Big G. Give it to him. You silly lizard. You silly lizard. You are so cheap. So cheap. I'm sorry, Valgrim, but thank you so much for the donation. It means a lot. It helps in every way that you can imagine. Believe me. It helps. But going back to this, the chef, he goes, and he says, I cook, but anybody can cook. It's the stories that the recipes tell. He goes, all I am is a cook. I provide something. I provide a story, and it tells a story. And I look around here, and all my games, they're not just games to me. They're stories through my life. They tell stories. They bring me back to times and things that I remember, and things that I'm impassioned about, and things that have happened, experiences that we've all had together. Some people can just, I'll just cull all this stuff out. I understand you have to cull some things, okay? But deep down, does a game move you? Does does it give you an experience that you had with people, or maybe with yourself, with yourself? Oh God, I had so much fun playing this by myself one day. I was down and I was down, and I decided to take this down, and it brings something. Or when I pull out old D&D books or old games, and I remember times playing, with my brothers or my friends, or games that I had as a kid when it was a hot summer day and we didn't want to go outside. Instead, we'd pull out Skirmish, and we would just always go at each other, or Carrier, which you guys will see very soon. The old Milton Bradley game. Those type of games, they're not games that are going to be, they're not games that are going to get highly rated. Some people want to do, videos about the worst games of all time. Maybe some of those games are the worst games of all time, or whatever. But did they give you some type of memories? They may not have been the best games, but it's the things and the events that you do and that you have that really build a library of emotion. And that's what we try to do here, and that's what I have here, and that's what I try to share with you, my memories and all the things that I have. So, it's just the way things are. So, we always try to we just try to do some things. Please finish the story. Just need to see Godzilla again. All right. I promise that. Look, I'll get to you. It's just, I looked around, and after I read that piece, I went out here and I just kind of stood and I looked at my 5 versions of Blood Bowl. And I remember when, a time when I used to go to Omni Comics in Bristol, Connecticut, and we would have these tournaments. And it was just this big, huge event, and it brought back memories, because all I had was the one team, and that was enough. Now I have all the teams. It wasn't as special as having that one team, and how special that one team was to me. I still have the team, but going there each week and hoping that we can make the playoffs and taking them as far as you could, it's that emotion and fun. And taking, when Justin was a small, and playing BattleTech with him, and him playing against older people, or him playing Magic against older people. He was 6 years old and he was killing people that were 18. He was so good at it. Just sitting there and just, being not so, proud of him, but just feeling this thing that, something, I'm getting to spend time with my son. What more could I want in life? And that's what all this brings. Space Hulks, the Village Attacks, the SEAL Team flicks. Every game has its story. And if you can share that story with everyone, then I think you're living a pretty good life. Yeah. So let's make sure that we take care of my man Zeblik, who's always dropping a $5 on us, and I appreciate it more than you can ever know. All right. Will Zeblik get the money? Will he get the song? I really hope so. Come on, big fella. Come on. Don't be so cheap, G. All right, here we go. Is it going to happen for him? Oh! Oh! Come on, man. Damn. And it's a funny thing to go a little farther, and we'll get back to showing you the rest of the stuff that we got in. But it's the same thing with music. What would be on the soundtrack if you were to go wherever into the universe, whether you believe in heaven or whatever? I don't try to push my beliefs on anybody. You're all allowed to believe in whatever you want, and I think that's the freedom and beauty of being understanding and caring, not forcing anything down people's throats. Nobody knows the answer, so how can anybody be wrong? It's a thing that I always tell you, and I always preach to you. Okay? And I always preach this to you, that hope is the greatest thing. Because it's the one thing that to keep you going and keep you strong and keep you abundant, and having hope is the greatest gift that you can ever have. It's the greatest thing. Because once you lose hope, you lose life. And don't ever do that. And if I'm getting off track, but if tomorrow was your last day and you had to put that CD together, what would be the soundtrack of your life? Something, I'm going to do a video on that. Okay, for board games. What games would tell your story? What games, and if you really think hard, from you were a small kid, was it Sergeant Pepper's? Well, now I'm going way back, because me, do I start at Sergeant Pepper's, or the first time I heard Elton John's Island Girl? I'll never forget that. I kept calling the radio station and asking them, can you play this? And they were so mad and they wouldn't play it. I'll never forget that. It was Sunday morning. What were the songs that you grew up with that make your life? Okay? That tells the story from your very beginning to your very end. It's an amazing thing. And that's the same thing with board games. Yeah, Rush, a huge Rush fan, very influential. Some of the best times of my life were to a Rush song, along with a lot of obscure things. And I always find it interesting that if somebody had to take, you could say Led Zeppelin too, but was that your whole existence? Is there a certain song off there that you would take? And then when you were young, Led Zeppelin 2 wasn't out. What songs influenced you before that? Can you pick something from everywhere and make a CD? Can you make a 20-song CD that tells you a story about who you are and what you are? And how interesting would it be to listen to that? I think of my uncle, how much I love my uncle. So Bowie, yes, Rush. Every time I hear those things, I remember when we were hiking and he was telling me we were going up Sleeping Giant Mountain in Hamden, Connecticut. And we were going up the mountain, and he took a part of the day off, and we were going to hike all the way to the top. And unfortunately, time ran late, and we never got to the top. But he had a little radio with him, and I remember hearing Roundabout and oh God, what was the other song? I wish I could remember. But that reminded me. He kept on telling me there were trolls under the rocks, so we had to watch out. He was that kind of guy, hippie, just love the guy. But all these little things make this giant soundtrack, and they make what my life is. And I think it's just so interesting to want to hear what your life would be, what that CD would sound like. It's the same thing with board games, which I think we'll have a video out. And then I want you guys to really think, in all the times you play board games your entire life, what are the games that tell your story? Look for that video. Another great idea by me. All right, so let's keep going here. Yeah, it's one of those days when I'm long-winded. Sorry. So I got one of my Alpha Strike Succession War cards in. I'm looking forward to trying. I've got a whole bunch of this stuff that I got to dig out, and I've got some more cards that are coming in. So look for us to be doing some BattleTech very soon, which I hope to get going. I got an expansion for Aeon's End, a game that I absolutely love. And yet we don't play here because I don't know if it translates well on a stream, when you're doing a whole bunch of things and going, okay, well, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do this, we'll do like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then I got this in, which I'm excited about. Victory at Sea. Okay. Now I want to get the couple of fleets, but I want to get the Germans and I want to get the British because I think Hunt for the Bismarck is a great game that we should do. This, I really love what they did with this, and this looks like it's going to be a barrel of fun for sure. All right. And we got more stuff coming in this week, by the way, folks. Also, The Quick and the Dead. This one I'm not too thrilled about, but we're going to give it a try, see if it's any good. If it's good enough, we'll put it on, we'll do it live. If not, it will go into obscurity. That's right, Big G. Oh, I accidentally hit the thing and I get the music. I accidentally hit the thing and I get the music. How do you like that? Huh? How do you like that? I accidentally hit the thing and we get the music. Jeez. Now, this one here is not very popular, but I do like tower defense games. And I was able to get this on sale for cheap. And I said, you know something? I'm going to bring this in because I remember playing this, and it was actually kind of fun, you know, and I kind of liked it. So you know, why not, right? It's something I could play by myself, you know, and in the days of doing things by yourself, that ain't bad. There you go. All right, and then I just cracked this open. I forgot I even had it. Oh, I'm trying to get it out here. But this classic. And I'm waiting for Attack. The Revenge of Khan, which comes with this. You know, this is just like Mage Knight, and it's just a fantastic game. And I highly suggest it. It's just cool. You know, it's just cool. So I was thinking of either doing this or Mage Knight, but everybody seems to be screaming Mage Knight. So which would everybody rather see? Either tomorrow or Friday. Star Trek Frontiers or Mage Knight Ultimate Edition. I'm gonna leave that up to you. So if you guys can really put it into the into the comments, I would really, really appreciate it because it would help me a lot as to what we get. Let me move this out of the way here. Let me put this underneath. There we go. Yeah, so, wow, I think I can keep this under an hour, which is shocking for me. Star Trek, okay, hold on. Mage Knight, Frontiers, one for Frontiers, one for Mage Knight. Star Trek, I'm a Trek guy, that's 3. I can get Mage Knight elsewhere, huh? Okay, get Mage Knight elsewhere. Mage Knight from Big Bang. Battletech. Star Trek, another Star Trek. I want both, says Zeblik. I vote both. Okay, well, that's in there too. Boldly Go, where no gamers have gone before. You know what? We're going to go Star Trek. We'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow, I would probably lean Trek. There it says the mighty. If Kabuki's leaning Trek, it's done. Star Trek would be cool. All right, let's do the Trek, and then we could do Mage Knight another time. How's that sound? That sound fair to everybody? So that'd be a little special thing. But I think what we'll do is we'll do a nice little show with this. And for the people that want to see Mage Knight, don't worry. I'll see if I can fit it in. If we do Star Trek tomorrow, I'll see if I can fit it in going forward. Now, my hope is next week is to have the week that I was supposed to have this week next week. So I want to make sure that we do part 2 of Dark Souls. We got all that painted, and it was a lot of fun. I want to get Altar Quest out there, and then I also want to do Dungeon Universalis. Okay, so those are the three things I want to do. Part 2 of breaking down the rules and getting ready for when I get this off to do that campaign. So we've got a lot of things planned next week. I really hope that nothing else goes wrong, and we can really bring you some good material. I really, really try to bring you the best that we can. And we're not perfect. Some of our stuff is blah at best, but it's who we are. That's it. There's no fluff here. There's nothing. Sean Mitkowski coming in strong with $10. Bro. Thank you so much. So, will Sean get the music? Now, Godzilla, he gave $10. He gave $10. All right? Bizwax, I'm going to call you Hertz because I don't think I'm pronouncing that bad. So I'm just going to call you Hertz. But democracy, yeah. What the people want is all I care about. I'm not cult of the new. I don't have to do all the real fancy stuff. I got stuff. We just try to do the best we can, and we just try to have a good time together. And if I can create an atmosphere where everybody enjoys themselves, then I've done a great service to all of you, and that's all I can ask. But we got to take care of my man. Come on. For Sean, of all people. Oh, you cheap son of a gun. You cheap son of a gun. Oh. Sean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The big fella is just a jerk. That's the best way to put it. He's a jerk. He's just being stingy today. He's not doing anything for anybody. He does things the way he wants to do it. Jeez. Kabuki says since well, all right, Kabuk, I can do that. If Kabuki thinks it's fair, yeah, it's $10. All right, Sean gets a second coin because after all, Sean has been one of the greatest supporters of this channel from the very beginning, and we're very blessed to have him. All right, here we go. Oh, he gave it up. That-a-way, big boy. That-a-way, big boy. That's how you do things. Nice job. There you go, Sean. You got what you deserved. All right. Let's go up top here. How does an hour go? How does an hour go so fast? How does an hour go so fast? I wonder if they're going to do it. And don't forget, and I want to make sure that, since we got a lot of people in here right now, well, decent amount of people in here right now, that we are doing the Christmas giveaway spectacular. The Queen is going to head it all up. It is all the Queen. She will be doing tumbling dice. All right. So we're going to see what she can roll. She'll probably do better than me. See what happens if she rolls better than me. And she'll have her Christmas nails. And we're going to have cookies, which I can't have, but she can have. We'll have cocoa. We'll have a nice little Christmas theme all through it. And we're actually going to go do it by the tree this year. And we're going to give away gift certificates to Miniature Market. It's our way of giving back. Listen, the Queen, Grinch nails. She got her Grinch nails. So she's all set to go. I feel bad for her. She's had a rough year. She's been out of work for 6 months. We've really been struggling to do everything that we can, just like everybody else. So don't feel you're alone. It's been tough. It's been a tough year for everybody. It's been a strange year for everybody. But we're here for you. We always come here, every other day or every day. We try to do something live, and we try, to make you forget about everything that's happened and that's gone on. And though, we've had a tough couple of days, and I think I hurt myself pretty good. And all the other stuff that happens with me just getting old. You want to know something? We're going to get through it together. We're going to find a way, and I'll do whatever I can to help you, So if I can give you guys some gift certificates so you guys can maybe pick something up to cheer you up or something, then I think that's enough. She has to deal with you. That is enough. That's so as it gets. That's rough as it gets. Somebody called Batman. I think we found the Joker. There he is, Sean Mikowski. Thank you, brother. And poor Kabuki just said, I lost 2 jobs because of COVID. Whoa! Will Dennis! Thank you for the $20, bro. All right, now we gotta do it for you. Hopefully we can get it on the first shot here. From my man, Will Dennis. Here we go. Come on now. Thank you, Will. Do it. Oh, you're going to play hard, aren't you? You're going to play hard, Big G, huh? Well, he gave $20 and you're going to give it up. You should have gave it up every single time. Come on, we go until he gets some music. Do it. Come on, G. There we go. There you go, Will. There you go, Will. We love you too, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very, very kind for you. And Kabuki, I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't like to hear anybody hurt. I don't care who it is, even if it's my worst enemy. I don't think human beings should have the capacity to hate that we do. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of people I don't care for and stuff like that, and I feel bad for feeling that way. Okay? But it isn't because I just don't like somebody. It's because they've done me wrong in some way. And, I always believe in vengeance in some way, and that's not right either. It's sad the way humans are. That we have all these, as much intelligence as we have is as much stupidity as we have. I think we can do better. I always do. I always think that we can do great by being good to each other and being kind to each other. And just be able to care for one another. And that's what I always said. I always end this thing saying a bunch of different things that I've mixed up from time to time. Sometimes I stop saying them because I don't want them to get old. But, the one thing I always do is I love each and every one of you and how much happiness you've brought into my home each and every year that I do this. And that's why I work so hard for the people that watch this channel, because it means something to them as much as it means something to me. And together, if we just are together and have that kindness in our hearts for each other and to look out for each other and to care for each other, it all comes together. And yeah, maybe 2021 will be a better year, or maybe it'll be a worse year. Okay? But either way, we'll get through it together. It doesn't matter what's coming. It's how we face it. And we keep going forward, and we just be as strong as we ever could. Good people always win in the end. It's like that Second Hands Lion, if you ever heard that. When Robert Duvall went to the kid, and he goes, I'm going to give you a little bit of that story. Good always triumphs over evil. Good always triumphs. Love is the most important thing. And it'll always triumph over evil. And if we really believe that in our hearts, I really think we'll be fine. I really do. I am so glad I found you at Rob's Tabletop World. Inspired me to paint, which is a gift unto itself. Painting expresses yourself. And it doesn't matter if you're good or bad. Just do it. And play more games. Yeah, play more games. Even if my G-Man beats G-Man beats the Seahawks. Yeah, it was a tough loss. But that's Seahawk history. You know? We're not that good. We never were. But I always, never give up on the team. You know, you got a lot of these guys that jump on the bandwagon. Oh, yeah. This year it'd be, hey, go Steelers. Go Kansas City. I've always been a Kansas City fan. No, you haven't. See, the dogs agree. Dogs agree. The truth is, my team's always been bad. We've been good a couple of years. But overall that time, we've stunk. And I didn't care. I wore my stuff proudly. I love my team. Hey, I'm a New York Knicks fan. Always have been. It's the worst team in basketball. Can't even win the number 1 pick. Zion should have been ours. But we're bad. We stink. We're horrible. I don't know if that's a package. I think we got some more packages. And I have a big game coming, guys. I got a big game coming. I wonder if it's here. We'll have to save that for another time. Because we're creeping up on an hour. And that's all I got, an hour. Because I don't want to make this a long, drawn-out thing. I could sit here and talk to you all night. It's just like sitting and sitting with a bunch of friends and enjoying an evening. That's what we do. Listen, you all been great. Thank you so much for listening. I apologize for not getting those 2 video live streams that I wanted to do, but I will promise you I will make it up to you. Okay? Why Seattle? You are from New England, not the Northwest, right? Well, I'm going to tell you a story. When I was a kid, I was a quarterback in Pee Wee, and I was a quarterback for most of, believe it or not. Ooh, something did come, but I was a quarterback for most of my existence, I'm left-handed, as you know. Jim Zorn. I saw him on a Sunday night. I was over at my friend's house, and they were showing the local game, and then it ended, and then they go, because it wasn't 7:00 or whatever it was. They said, hey, we're gonna close in on the closing minutes of this game, and the Seahawks were playing Denver. It was 1976. Yes, and Jim Zorn's like throwing to Largent, he's throwing to Sherman Smith out of the back, and he's scrambling and all this stuff. And I go, those uniforms, and the guy's left-handed like me. He's so cool, and I was obsessed from that day forward. And I never looked back. I was a Seahawk fan the rest of the way. I have an autographed picture from Jim Zorn. My mom, for my 16th birthday, wrote to Seattle and asked, hey, we don't get anything out here, because back then there wasn't all these stores that would have all kinds of different stuff. It was Jets, Giants, New England, Cowboys, Steelers. That's it. That's all you had to pick from. Okay? And if you couldn't find any, I found a keychain. That I had that I was very proud of, and a banner. A banner that I pinned up on my wall. And I remember opening it up, and there it was an autographed picture from Jim Zorn to me, and I thought it was like the greatest thing I ever got. And I never forget my first number 10 Seahawks shirt. I still have it to this day. Of course, it's like 5 times smaller, but and beat up. I wore that thing almost every day to school in high school. So I was a complete outcast anyway, so who cares? But I was very good at football at the school. As popular as you think I would be, being a jock at school, I liked hanging with the guys that were in all the science classes and stuff like that, because we were playing all the D&D and all the different types of games, and going over a friend's house on a Friday afternoon. I wasn't at keg parties and stuff like that. I was at We were sitting around and we were trying to figure out how to find the key to open up a door in Ultima. I'll never forget that. It took us almost like 3 weeks to find that stupid key. And we retraced our steps because we couldn't go any further unless we had this certain key. So we had to retrace things, go back to different save points that we had. And my friend was the only one that had the computer that can play it. So we would go over and we all, 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, all right. If we just go a little further, we got to grind a little bit more. There you go. So, yeah, the Ultimate games. I love them too, Kabook. So again, this was to say, hey, everything went wrong that could go wrong. And I apologize again. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the donations. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for it. It really means a lot. Thank you so much. It really helps. And I really appreciate everything that you guys do. All of you have just been so good. And, one thing I really enjoy is coming and pulling back the curtain, hearing your stories, hearing my stories. You always can email me at novaprime860@hotmail.com. We're always here. And get ready. We got the Christmas Spectacular tomorrow or Friday. Star Trek Frontiers. You guys wanted it. You guys are going to get it. And I promise you, we're going to have a blast doing it, and we're going to have a lot of fun like we do all the time. I'll try to make it a little later in the afternoon so all of you can show up and we can have some fun. All right, that's it from me. I got to see where the outgoing music is. There it is. I love you all. Be kind to one another. Be good to one another. And do something nice for somebody. Because not only is it going to make you feel good, it's going to make that person feel good. And isn't that what's most important? Just be kind to each other. Be good to each other. And love one another, most importantly. I love you all. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying, we'll see you soon.